Yeah, good morning there, soldiers. It's the very first day of August 2007 and I'm here with Joey. It's a paperwork morning. We're just organising and authorising a bit of a transfer for motorbikes and vehicles and all the rest of it for down here by the Big Blue. And soon we're going to be heading down to Dramana. I don't think we've been down to Dramana all the time.
Not for a few days.
It's been a while. Dramana, the home of the almighty Lucky Catch Fish and Chip Shop. So a bit of paperwork here. Look at all that beautiful stuff. All exciting. Anyway, we're going to do this and we've got plenty of other things to get on to for later on in the day. So first things first, good morning. See ya. Anyway, welcome back to the fucking conundrum. We've just been to the Victorian MVR and it's a conundrum. We thought it was either going to work a treat or be an absolute pain in the ass, and apparently you need fucking everything to transfer a vehicle. Apparently in Australia you need a vehicle registration and roadworthy in another state isn't the same as a vehicle registration and a roadworthy in another state. So you need to get it again. It's all about regulation and revenue. Regulation and revenue. These governments are making so much money out of regulation, it is a crock of shit. So anyway, we've got to go and catch up on get these motorbikes registered and sorted out. But we're constantly inspired by the conundrum of the governmental systems. The money they make and the money we give them is obviously not enough for them to do a good service. Anyway, all good. So,
The wrong information.
what are we doing, Joey?
I'm going to go to this TV, all the way from Mornington.
Joey's got a bit of a cold. I think he's caught my cold.
It's called chair legs, buddy.
Chair leg, the chairlift, the filthy hobbit, has given us his special diseases. It better not have been off the white ant chair leg. Anyway, we picked up the telly. We're in Mornington. We're going to go over back to our beloved friends at the MVR to discuss the conundrum that they caused this morning. We're going to try and turn a conundrum into a miracle. We might even bring you in to record it. We'll see what happens. See ya. Welcome back, and once again we've come to visit the Dramana Motor Vehicle Registry, and as we were saying before, we are continuously impressed by the bureaucratic crap that goes on around the governmental conundrum. And what do you feel about the what just happened there, Joey? Do you feel inspired by the governmental systems and how their level of service is pretty much up there with a kick to the head?
Typical bureaucratic bungling. This happens all the time. Information on the phone, bloody screwed up wires and information, come up and do the wrong thing. No, you don't do it that way, you do it some other way. So who in the fucking hell is behind those phone lines, and what sort of information are they giving to the public? What a waste of bloody time. A whole day we wasted on this bloody thing. Bureaucratic bungling at its worst, you know. Well done, Vic Roads. Go back to NT where you know what's going on.
There you have it, folks. There's our inspirational message for the conundrum of the governmental bureaucracy. And we've got to get back to the base, Mount Martha. Hopefully we might spend a good 24 hours there and get on with the real fight on this planet, which is climate change. Speaking of climate change, we saw a very good documentary last night. And it wasn't a documentary, actually, it was a television show where they brought in so-called experts from the Liberal and Labor Party of Australia, and experts from our foundations and World Wildlife Fund and all that sort of camozzle around Australia, and they're still discussing the role of renewable energy in Australia, whether or not to go for so-called clean coal where they want to bury it under the carpet, or looking at gas options, also looking at the obvious ones that we all know, like solar, wind and geothermal and all the rest of it. And still seems at this point in time that the Australian public cannot wake up and quantify the scale of this challenge, which is confronting everyone around the planet. That if we don't change and make changes rapidly, we're going to be confronting the biggest schmozzle we've ever faced in history. So although it's nice to see that options are appearing up there on the board, there is still little to know. In fact, there's fuck all action comparative to the size of the threat which is going on at the moment in Australia. We need to see a radical change in the way we use energy, water, and the way we live in our housing, and the way we use our vehicles and transport. It's just an absolute shame that in spite of the changes that are occurring all the way around the world, in spite of the heat waves in Europe as we speak, in spite of the floods that are going on in India as we speak, and the constant earthquakes occurring up north in Indonesia and the Philippines, it is still not enough to wake up these dodo birds on a one-way ticket to extinction to get on with the bigger picture. So anyway, it's been inspiring down here in the Big Smoke. Joe and I have got 11 days to go, and we're really keen to get back to the Red Centre so we can clear our minds and get on with the real challenge which is confronting the planet. And I tell you what, every time we come to the city, our tolerance wears a little thinner. It wears a little thinner, as it seems like the bureaucracy and the regulation and the money-making scams are getting bigger, and people are in a rat race to foster and feed their own self-importance. So good on you, we'll see you at Mount Martha. By the way, here's another abortion. This used to be a beautiful beach, a beautiful seaside little town, quiet as a little butterfly, and the bureaucracy got in here and they built an underground bridge to feed what they call Mount Martha Cove. The marina, Mount Martha Cove, where the wealthy, rich and stupid can come here and parade themselves in their little boats along the red carpet water track, and turn up here for about 2% of the year just to show their mates that their penis isn't really that big after all. So anyway, it's a day of conundrum, but it's not going to knock our will down. We have our, what's that saying you had last night, Joey? Our spirits.
Our mind is still ticking, our spirit is still high, but our body's a little bit weary. But we'll knock those bastards down.
That's right. Give it 24 hours and we'll be swinging punches again. See you guys later.